I also want to know if you received Diane Torrance's email about the destruction of the records. I believe you all should have received a copy. I'm pretty sure that Ms. King received a copy, and I hope she all gave you a copy. So it would be nice to know if you did that publicly, admit that you got her letter. It's very similar to the letter that was probably handed out. Furthermore, along the line of the destruction of records, I just wanted to be known, the entire public is very, very angry about destroying these records. Like it was mentioned, it's not just local. It's gone statewide, it's gone global. There is over 10,000 retweets and Facebook likes and shares discussing this, and it continues to be discussed. Franklin County reputation has been thoroughly trashed with this activity. So I just want you to know, what kind of global opinion is being developed. And thinking about future business development, well, you just put a smear on Franklin County. And I'd really like to also know who gave Angela Harris the permission to destroy this, because I'm pretty sure it was never an agenda item on this board's meetings. So what was the rush? Seemed to be an awful big hurry all of a sudden to destroy a bunch of records. So what was in those records that was so important to destroy?
The first thing I do want to address is the destruction of records. I can't believe it happened under the cover of darkness on a Friday afternoon where somebody goes in, doesn't tell anybody they're coming, and they just go clean out the basement and burn records, historical records that belong to people in this county and probably out of this county at this point. So why was that done under the cover of darkness, Ms. Harris? Would you please tell me?
To such the
Mr. Dunstan, let me make a statement here. I have heard from the courthouse that they can't talk because of the AOC. Now I'm hearing that you can't talk because it's a mandate by the county commissioners. We hear from the Sheriff's Association that they can't talk because they've agreed not to. And we hear from other organizations, but I want to tell you something, and I want to make it real plain from this citizen's point of view. I didn't elect the AOC, I didn't elect the county commissioners, and I didn't elect the Sheriff's Association or any other association that wants to come in and get into our business. We elected you. You owe us answers. Whether you like it or not, and whether you don't want to answer them, you owe us answers. Now you can sit there and refuse to answer, but at some point in time the truth is going to come out. Now, do you still not want to answer questions?
We're not going to get on a back and forth.
I'm not asking about back and forth.
No.
I'm asking for a simple explanation of why she did what she did.
The questions have been answered.
No, they haven't.
No, they've been answered.
You may make your comment.
Okay.
Excuse me, we didn't elect you either. Okay, let's move on to why these records were destroyed. Why were they destroyed under such haste? I want an answer to that at some point in time. And you're obligated to us as elected officials to tell us that. As a county manager, we pay your salary, you're obligated to us to answer that question. We have other issues with the county manager. We have a lack of financial protocols to prevent embezzlement. And how many cases of embezzlement have we had in the last year? Not to mention Sheriff Green. How many cases have we had? We have the courthouse in a horrible state of repair that has been ignored for years with seemingly nobody in charge. So I want to know who's in charge of those responsibilities. And I can only come up with one answer, and they all fall on the county manager. That's where they come from. Mr. Mays, you're going to take responsibility for the destruction of the condition of the courthouse? Harry, are you going to take responsibility for that? Are the other commissioners going to take responsibility for that? Are you going to leave her hanging out to dry and not take some responsibility? Because of these issues, I am publicly calling for the resignation of our county manager.
The destruction of the records in the courthouse, it is in fact obscene. It is obscene the way we've been ignored. It's absolutely obscene. It has in fact gone viral. I have personally been in contact with the Historical Society in Washington. You can avoid, it is true, the records are gone, but the question of accountability is not going to go away. It is absolutely not.
People are talking about this record issue. I know a couple meetings ago I was up here in support of letting the volunteers do what they wanted to do to restore those records or save those. It didn't come up to no vote. I can answer that one for y'all. We didn't vote on it, not that I know of. And I hope Miss Angela Harris will maybe try to communicate with them, I guess, how you made that decision, or who told you to, or,
Maybe I just need to
Yeah, I
prepare a
mean-
response to tonight's comments. Yes, sir. Maybe I can
you're gonna
prepare
go,
a
okay,
written-
on the
written
comment
response.
section. Okay, good. That's all I have.
Well, I'd like to prepare a written response. It seems that would be helpful at this point.
A written response.
Yes, sir, for this board and the public.
Okay.
And we're at that point.
Anybody else?